video we are going to study about the structure of cellulose. What is cellulose? Cellulose is a polysaccharide. Cellulose is a polysaccharide. What is meant by a polysaccharide? Polysaccharides are compounds made up of more than 10 monosaccharide units. More than 10 monosaccharide units. Polysaccharides are made up of more than 10 monosaccharide units, or they are polymers of monosaccharide units. They are polymers of monosaccharide units. They are also known as glycans. Polysaccharides are also known as glycans. In the polysaccharides, the monosaccharides units are linked by glycosidic linkages. Glycosidic linkage. In the polysaccharides, the monosaccharides are linked by the glycosidic linkage. So, cellulose is a polysaccharide. Polysaccharide means it contains more than 10 monosaccharide units. They are also known as glycans, and these monosaccharide units are linked by the glycosidic linkage in a polysaccharide. Cellulose is a homopolysaccharide. The polysaccharides are classified into two, homo and hetero. Homo and hetero. Homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharides. The polysaccharides are classified into two, homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. What is meant by homopolysaccharide? Homopolysaccharides are the polysaccharides contain same type of monosaccharide units. Same type of monosaccharide units. Or they are polymers of same type of monosaccharides. They are polymers of same type of monosaccharide units. Now what is heteropolysaccharide? Heteropolysaccharides are polysaccharides which are made up of two or more different types of monosaccharide units. Two or more different types of monosaccharide units. Heteropolysaccharides are the polysaccharides which are made up of two or more different monosaccharide units, or they are polymers of two or more different monosaccharide units. Here the cellulose is a homopolysaccharide. That means it contains same type of monosaccharide units. And then it is a structural polysaccharide. It is a structural polysaccharide because it is involved in the formation of the structures. It is involved in the formation of the structures. So it is also a structural polysaccharide. Cellulose is a homopolysaccharide and it is a structural polysaccharide. It occurs exclusively in plants. It occurs exclusively in plants, and it is the most abundant organic substance in the world. It is the most abundant organic substance because it is present in the plant kingdom. So it is the most abundant organic substance, and it is the abundant constituent of plant cell wall. It is the abundant constituent of plant cell wall, or it is predominant in plant cell wall. Predominant in plant cell wall, and it is totally absent in animal cells. And it is absent in animal cells. So cellulose occurs in plants, and it is the most abundant organic substance, and it is predominant in plant cell wall, and it is absent in the animal cells. The plant cell walls are made up of cellulose. Cellulose is made up of beta-D glucose. Cellulose is made up of beta-D glucose, and these beta-D glucose units are linked together with beta-1,4 glycosidic bonds. In cellulose, the beta-D glucose units are linked by beta-1,4 glycosidic bonds. So cellulose is a homopolysaccharide. It is made up of beta-D glucose, and the linkage is beta-1,4 glycosidic bonds. Now coming to the structure of cellulose. We know that cellulose is made up of beta-D glucose. This is one beta-D glucose. This is another beta-D glucose. So these beta-D glucose units are linked by beta-1,4 linkage. Beta-1,4 linkage. So here you can see this is the OH at the first carbon and this is the OH at the fourth carbon. So the linkage is in between these two. So with the removal of water, a glycosidic bond is formed in between these two. You can see that. Bond will be like this. So these two beta-D glucose units are linked by the beta-1,4 linkage. This is the 1,4 linkage. Beta-1,4 linkage. So this type of repeated units of these alpha-D glucose units form the structure of cellulose. So this is the structure of cellulose. In this, the beta-D glucose units are linked by beta-1,4 linkage. This is the structure of cellulose. Here you can see beta-D glucose, two beta-D glucose units linked by the beta-1,4 linkage. Beta-1,4 linkage. So n times this repeat to form the cellulose. This is the structure of cellulose. Cellulose cannot be digested by mammals. Cellulose cannot be digested by mammals because they lack the enzyme which cleave the beta-glycosidic linkage. They lack the enzyme which cleaves beta-glycosidic linkage. So the cellulose cannot be digested by the mammals. But in the case of some ruminants and other herbivorous animals, some microorganisms are present in their gut. In the case of ruminants and the herbivorous, some microorganisms are present in their gut. So they produce this enzyme which hydrolyzes the beta-glycosidic bonds. So some ruminants and herbivorous produces the enzyme which cleaves the beta-glycosidic bond. So they can digest the cellulose. Upon hydrolysis of cellulose, cellobiose, a disaccharide is formed which then converted to beta-D glucose. So upon hydrolysis, it first produces the cellobiose disaccharides which then converted to beta-D glucose. Even though cellulose is not digested by the mammals, it has great importance in nutrition. In human nutrition, the cellulose has great importance. It is major constituent of fiber. Fiber is a non-digestible carbohydrate. Fiber means non-digestible carbohydrate. And the dietary fiber increase absorption of glucose and cholesterol. The dietary fiber increase the absorption of glucose and cholesterol and increases the bulk of feces. This is about cellulose. Thank you.